What is poppin', everyone? It is finally 2024, and for whatever reason, it kind of feels positive, and I am here for it. The last 2 years have been quite a struggle for me, but this year is going to be the year of my small business. In this video, I'm going to be talking a little bit about myself and what you can expect from this channel. To begin, let me introduce myself. My name is Shannon, I'm 31, I live in the Grand Canyon State, and I have a little sidekick called Abby. She is the best. I started my business, Poppin' Peppers, back in 2022. However, the last 2 years have been a little bit of a rocky start just because of my health. Unfortunately, I suffer from migraines, sometimes daily. I had one migraine that lasted about 6 months. That was pretty terrible. This year, I am on a different medication that seems to be helping, so I am really trying to dive in and focus on the things that I am passionate about, which includes Poppin' Peppers and making videos like this. I have several goals for this channel for this year. One is basically making sure that I make enough videos so that you can get to know me and I can get to know you and grow a gardening community. I don't care if you've never touched soil in your life. I would love to inspire some people to garden because for me, it was a very healing activity, and I feel that if I can help inspire other people to garden, it might be able to do the same for them. That's kind of like one of my biggest things with this channel, is to help inspire people, big or small, where they are in gardening, to garden, because I certainly am not an expert. However, I hope to be an expert gardener, at least here in Arizona, maybe within the next, 5-10 years. The second one is kind of to have just like a whole bunch of fun. I want to have a lot of fun with gardening, and I want to share that enjoyment with you all, because I don't even know, there's just like a rush of dopamine every single time I walk into the garden. Sometimes I don't even water the garden. I'm just walking through and I'm just smiling because I can't help but feel so happy every single time I walk into the garden where I see all my plants. Content-wise, I'm going to be doing midnight oil vlogs just because I am a night owl, and I'm sure a ton of you are as well. I cannot wake up to save my life. If you are a night owl, come hang with me, we can hang together. In the vlogs, I'll probably be making things like garden buddies. Garden buddies are basically little polymer clay figurines that you can stick into your planters that I make, and they're so adorable. They're basically little companions for your plants. I absolutely adore these. Some of them glow under UV light, or some of them glow in the dark. They are just the cutest little addition to your planters. I'll be making fabric planters, also planter decor signs, and making bookmarks. Other ideas and content that I have that you'll probably see on this channel are seed collecting videos and maybe even ASMR, because the seeds themselves, like the sound, is just so satisfying. I think it would make great ASMR. Probably see seed collecting ASMR where you could both learn about seed collecting and relax, which I think is wonderful. So you'll see vlogs, seed collecting videos. I will do gardening how-tos along with my products and product making. My goal is to make wonderful content that you enjoy, and hopefully through that process the subscribers come and we build a wonderful gardening community. I started Poppin' Peppers back in 2022, and the idea actually came after I was diagnosed with a brain cyst back in 2021. So in September of 2021, I was diagnosed with a 2-inch brain cyst, and I was freaking out. I had no idea. I was like, am I going to need brain surgery? What is going to happen to my life? I was kind of depressed, but I didn't want my family to know about it, or my husband, because I'm usually the strong person that kind of keeps everything together when things are falling apart. And there's other people obviously in the family that do that, but I feel like it's my responsibility, and that might just be a firstborn thing. So I was trying to toughen it out, but it was a struggle. I started paying attention to the 4 pepper plants at that time that I had in the garden that survived the Arizona summer, which is insane because at that time I barely knew anything. So I had 4 pepper plants, I had 2 peppercini plants and 2 jalapeno pepper plants, and they kind of brought life back into me. Found out I had the brain cyst, was in a kind of depressive state, and then all of a sudden I started getting jalapenos growing on my jalapeno pepper plants, and that was all I could focus on. I would get out of bed, rush to the garden, water it if needed, and then look at all the different progress, even if it was by millimeters, and I could not explain to you how much joy that brought me. It was, I don't even know, it was the only thing that was keeping me grounded at that time. Gardening became very important to me after that experience, and once I was able to finally taste the peppers, I will do a completely other video on that because it's actually how I came up with my tagline, anything but mild. That's kind of how I created Poppin' Peppers, was my appreciation for the peppers in the gardening. Thank you so much for watching, and remember that you are anything but mild. I know that doesn't make sense right now. I will definitely make my next video about my tagline, anything but mild, and how a pepper actually gave me my tagline.